Every child has a common fear of the dark. Some people grow out of it. I'm not one of those people. For most people, being at home provides a sense of security. They feel that since they are home, they are safe from outside monsters. I never had that feeling. Even today, when I'm in my childhood home, I feel like there's always something wrong, like I'm not alone, or that I'm being watched. And I wasn't the only one to notice that. My sister, who was 8 years older than me, always hated being home. She would do anything to justify being out of the house. My parents just assumed that it was just a rebellious stage in her way of defying them. But it wasn't until a few days ago that I realised what was really going on. My sister is now out of the house with a husband and a beautiful 5-year-old daughter. I only see her when I go visit because she refuses to come to our house. With my now widowed mother working full-time, when I come home from college, it's often just my girlfriend and I in the house. We've been together for 3 years now, and despite being in our early 20s, love to act like immature idiots from time to time. It was 2 days ago exactly since I last saw her, Friday the 13th. It all started because she was bored and was looking for something to do. I had already bared through almost 6 episodes of Gossip Girl before I finally suggested we do something else. Her, being somewhat childish self, stood up and left my room and closed the door behind her. But not before yelling,
"Count to 20 and then come find me."
Really? I thought to myself. Hide and seek? Aren't we supposed to be adults? I finally said what the hell and I started counting. The house was quiet since we were the only ones home, so I could only hear her shuffling about the house and giggling to herself in between of my own shouts. 1, 2, 3. I finally reached 20 and I went out to find her. The house isn't tiny, but considering the countless hours of hide and seek I had lodged into my youth, I knew almost every hiding spot in the house. So I knew this wouldn't take long. And it didn't. Maybe after 5 minutes I found her hidden in the closet in my mother's room. We had a good laugh about how childish we were for playing hide and seek. But at this point, I was determined to show off my hiding skills. So I had her go into my room, shut the door and count to 20 while I picked out my hiding spot. Now, I'm not a very competitive person, but when I know I'm good at something, I have to show off. So I went about the house, turning off certain lights and turning on others, as well as opening and shutting certain doors to spark her curiosity and delay her finding me. But most importantly, so I would know where she is in the house by listening for her to turn on lights and open and close doors. Because every good hider knows the most important part of a good hiding spot is being able to know where the seeker is at all times. I hid myself inside of a hidden door in my mother's closet. It opens up to a tiny space where our water heater is located. I hid inside the cracked door just slightly so I would see out. Just about this time, I hear my bedroom door open and...
"Ready or not, here I come."
Waiting anxiously and listening to her walk throughout the house, I observed every creak in the floor when she walked. Every doorknob being turned, I was in full competition mode, making sure not to move and accidentally make a noise that would give myself away. She eventually made it to my mother's room, and then to the closet. This was it. If she looked in here and didn't see me, I was home free, because no good seeker has to check the same place twice. I listened as her hand grasped the doorknob and turned it gently. Then she ripped the door open and shouted,
"Gotcha!"
only for it to be followed by a look of confusion when she didn't even see me. I could hear her frustration at this point.
"I've looked everywhere. Where are you?"
she said, but I knew myself that she had not in fact looked everywhere. She never went into my sister's room. The door creaks louder and longer than any other in the house, and I would have known if I heard it. She suddenly realises this as well, and with confidence and with a sounding voice says,
"Never mind, I know where you are,"
and began marching towards my sister's old room. She opened the door and examined the room, and eventually made her way to the closet. I heard her open the door and turn on the light. Then it was quiet for a second. Not quiet like before, this was a different kind of silence. Something so empty that it sent shivers down my spine. I suddenly felt worried, as if something was wrong. But then I heard her speak again, and what she said still haunts me.
I see you!
Confused, I thought to myself. See who? I'm not even in that room. The confusion just got worse as every word she said.
Babe, I see you! Now come out of there!
My heart sank to my stomach. What was she talking about? I'm not in there. I'm in here. Was she trying to trick me and make me come out? Of course she was. It was just a brilliant trick. I almost fell for it. But as my assumptions were shattered, all I heard after was a scream. Not the kind of scream that you would make when you see a spider or when someone jumps out and scares you. No, the scream I heard was something that can't be described unless it was heard in person. It was the pure sound of terror and pain, as if it were escaping alongside your last breath. Now terrified, I scrambled to get out of my hiding spot to run to my sister's room. But when I arrived, there was nothing. No sound, no life, no hope. She was gone.
It's in the dustiest books that you may find the best stories.